Hello, welcome to the Daily Purposeful Movement Challenge. Today we've got 10 squats, 10 push-ups, lunges, tricep dips. We're using plank up downs, the Pilates 100. We have some back pulls and then some squat jumps. So we're gonna get started with squats. So just a reminder that squats are you're dropping your bum down rather than back. And it's easy to do that. It's easier to do that if you lead with your nose and chin looking up. So if you look forward, you're gonna tend to drop your bum back. So we're gonna bend through your knees and your hips. So if your knees are achy, this is the best thing for them. You can grab some weights. We're gonna drop down. So again, looking at my back is long and straight, and tuck your pelvis under. So we're gonna sit down and up. So we're not sitting back. Now, you can do as fast, as slow. You can hold. So I'm trying not to look at the camera, core engaged. Another option is you can grab some weights and add some weights to this, which is important to help build muscle. So don't be afraid of incorporating some weights into your workout. Strength training is just as important as everything else that we do. Sitting as low as you want, but getting motion through those joints. So I'm gonna do a couple more squats because I'm not counting. Let's do 2, and then last squat. All right, then we're gonna head down to push-ups. So traditional push-ups is a wider stance, coming down to your knees, lowering the chest down and up. Progression is you're gonna come off your knees as you lower yourself down, knees, push yourself up. Off your knees, lowering yourself down, knees, push yourself up. Keep your core engaged so you're not straining your back. And then you can be off your knees. Easier when I'm not wearing a hat. Okay, triceps push-ups is where your hands are closer together. In that plank position, elbows are tucked in. No chicken wings. Keep those arms snug along your torso. Progression, you're gonna come off your knees. Knees to push up. And then you're gonna be off your knees. So that's your push-ups. Then we're gonna go to lunges. So have a wall, a chair, no weight, or you can add some weight. Again, working on strength training. Don't be afraid to do hard things. A static lunge is where you're just gonna be here. Shoulders back. You're lunging nice and tall. So you're just keeping your feet planted. The back foot, you're really in the ball of the foot. The heel is not on the ground. Shoulders back, I'm looking forward. You're gonna bring your knee towards the ground, touching the ground if you want. Another option is we're gonna step back into lunges with or without weight. So your choice. We have 10 lunges per side. So whatever that looks like for you. Another option is you're gonna step forward into a lunge and push back. Step forward, push back. Great for your knees and your hips. So don't be afraid to do lunges. If you're waking up a little achy stiffness, do some lunges. Motion is lotion for those joints. I know you're tired of me saying it, but it's true. Okay, then we're gonna move on to tricep dips. And so I'm using my fancy box made by JW Woodworking, thank you. I'm gonna turn because it's kind of more of a rectangle than a square. Fingertips are facing my toes. Too easy, put your weighted vest, put some weights across your lap, shoulders back, squeeze your elbows towards one another, lower yourself down and press up. So try not to have your hips help you. This is so good for building muscle as well as your bone strength because I'm putting weight, pressure, work on those wrists, which your wrist bones, your carpal bones are made up of 8 bones. And so we want those to be strong. So if we happen to take a tumble, and our tendency is to put our arms out, our wrist out to prevent our face from breaking the fall, is we don't want to break a wrist. So, and just a fall does not necessarily mean you're going to break a bone. So we want our bones as strong as possible as we age. We also try not to tumble, which is why we want to work on balance, strength, flexibility, mobility. So I'm going to do a couple more. Okay, now we're going to plank up downs. Fan favorite, not really. 60 seconds. So take a look at my watch. So starting that plank position, we're gonna bring right elbow, forearm down, followed by your left. Now we're in bent elbow. Pull those abs in. We're gonna place your right hand on your shoulder, followed by your left, and press up to tall plank. Now, left elbow, forearm down, followed by your right. So you're in a bent elbow plank position. Place your left hand under your shoulder, followed by your right, and press up. The key here is to keep your shoulders over your wrists. Tendency, because it's easier, is to kind of bring yourself back behind those wrists and lift your bum up. So stay in plank. If you need assistance, because there's just too much, come to your knees as you bring that hand under your shoulder to press up to plank. But try to spend as much time as you can off your knees. Do hard things. You want to build muscle and bone, being strong. Don't worry about going fast, because 60 seconds, you can do as many or as little as you want. We're gonna go to Pilates 100, which is hard, I know that. So think about progression. We want good, strong core, not because we want a six pack, because we want to be able to move our bodies. So we're gonna lay on our backs. Natural is that your head and your lower back, so your cervical spine, your neck, and your low back are naturally off the mat. Those are normal curves. We're gonna pull those abdominals in and bring your feet off the mat to bring your knees over your hips and your shins and your calves parallel off the mat. In this position, your low back is still off the mat. Now, as you pull your knees in, you now feel that lumbar spine press into the mat. You're flattening out that lower dotted curve, so we're gonna bring them back. That way your knees are truly over your hips. We're gonna bring your hands down to your sides, fingertips reaching away from you to really elongate those arms, pulling your shoulders away from your ears. We're gonna draw your abdominals in. We're gonna use those abs to bring your upper body off the mat as high as the lower part of your scapula or your shoulder blades. Okay, so let's go engage your core. So you're not using your neck. And how you wanna make sure is that you wanna take your eyes, take a look at your tummy or your upper thighs. If you feel like if you're putting strain on your neck, come back down, because you've let go of the effectiveness of your core. So again, it's core engagement, bringing that upper body off. It's not your neck going, ooh, you're not reefing on it. So eyes, that way you keep your neck in that cervical, that elongation of the cervical spine. You can straighten your legs where your toes are pointing to where the ceiling meets your wall. Or keep your knees bent, and you're gonna pump your arms. Now breathe. The Pilates 100 is about breath. 5 counts in, 5 counts out through the mouth. 5 counts in through the nose, 5 counts out through the mouth. Eyes focused on your tummy, breathing, pull your abs in. You're not putting strain on your neck. If you do, back off. Again, it's really your abs holding you up. It's not your neck reefing. Shoulders back, pump your arms, breathe. And we've got 10 cycles of this. And that'll take you to 100 arm pumps if we're pumping. So breathing. Again, 5 counts in, 5 counts out. Eyes focus at your tummy, draw your abdominals in. Knees are bent if you need to. Take a break. If you feel like, oh my gosh, I got strain in my neck because you've let go of your core. Now, if you're still building strength in your core, just come up here and hold. Or focus, turn around and do some planks. Planks is really engaging your core. But every time we move our bodies, whether it's wall angels, squats or lunges, really focusing on keeping the core engaged. We tend to not focus on our core enough. So I have a lot of patients come into the office where they have non-traumatic low back pain, and it's either because two things. One, tight hamstrings that pull in that low back, and second, their core is weak, so their back has to do all the work. So that is your Pilates 100. We're gonna go to back pulls, and then we've got 10 squat jumps to follow. So we've got 2 sets of these, because when I asked you guys what you guys want to work on, I heard core and back. So I'm using bungees today. You can use your weights if you want. We always have a little bit of resistance here, shoulders back. We're gonna draw those shoulder blades together and then back off a bit. Don't back all the way so there's no resistance. So you're maintaining that work. You can have where your palms are down in that back pull, that back row, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Strengthening your back. Standing tall, though my knees are bent a little bit here. Another option is where your thumbs are up. Imagine that there's a pencil between your scapulas or your shoulder blades. Squeeze. Ready? Let's roll your shoulders back, squeeze. Back off a bit, squeeze. Back off a bit, squeeze. So you've got 10 back rows, and we're gonna do this twice. Next up, we're gonna do squat jumps. It's gonna balance your heart rate. Remember those squats we did at the beginning of the workout? Eyes up, leading with your nose and chin. Drop your bum down rather than back. Starting out, just lift your heels off. Then you're gonna progress to a hop. You're gonna progress to a bigger jump. So let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel free to grab your weighted vest. Do that with your weighted vest. So we got one more round of back pulls. Heart rate should be starting to elevate. Shoulders back, squeeze. Working your back, core engaged. Breathe. Do a couple more. Squeeze. And so thank you for participating in the Purposeful Movement Challenge. We're aging well together. Have a great day.